Now, we've been able to access documents that show just how the centre and the Maharashtra government continue to pass the buck on the demolition of the Aadarsh building. Now, the Aadarsh Society will today seek a transfer of its case in the Bombay High Court to the Green Tribunal. Now, the case pertains to its demolition, which has been ordered by the Environment Ministry. Now, if the High Court agrees, the entire case, which has been fought for over a period of 2 years, will have to be argued from scratch all over again. Now, Headlines today has accessed documents showing just how the government has been shielding the symbol of insult, with the centre, the Maharashtra government, passing the buck on the demolition of the Aadarsh building. The centre's top law officer kept reminding the Union Environment Ministry to implement its own order of demolishing the society of violating environmental rules. Now, in an RTI response, the ministry has also revealed how it is unwilling to enforce these very orders. Headlines today has in its exclusive possession, while the communication where the then Additional Solicitor General of Western India, DJ Khambata, has virtually forced Natarajan's ministry to follow their order of demolishing Aadarsh. Now, in his letter, Khambata has also hinted at a conspiracy of silence between the Aadarsh Society and the ministry. The Maharashtra government, on its part, has been sitting on a reply for over 9 months now. The Ministry of Environment and Forests is still waiting for the Maharashtra government's reply in this entire matter. Alright, now let's get the very latest from Headlines today's correspondent Jugal, who now joins us with the very latest. Jugal, just break this down for us. The perspectives coming across, on the basis of these RTI, on, what the stand is of the Maharashtra government and the centre as well.
Well, Aditya, it's a very typical case. The Aadarsh Society, the expose which took place in October 2010, a very peculiar situation has now developed because immediately in the wake of the Aadarsh expose, the Ministry for Environment and Forests based here in New Delhi was among the swiftest ones as far as taking action against the Aadarsh Society is concerned. It in fact concluded its hearing after giving due notice to the Aadarsh Society members who actually represented their case, and at the end of the entire set of hearings, it concluded that the building had indeed violated a lot of norms pertaining to the coastal regulation zone, and thereby it deserved nothing less than a complete demolition. After that, the Aadarsh Society of course went to the High Court seeking a stay, which it never got despite a lot of efforts, and it is in this interim period that the Ministry of Environment and Forests, which had passed the order seeking a demolition, decided to stop acting on this matter. Now, we have with us several communications ranging from the Additional Solicitor General of the Western region, as well as people within the MOEF who are actually prodding the MOEF to act, since there is no impediment on its order and that it should demolish the society as the ministry had itself determined in January 2011. But clearly, for some reason or the other, the ministry is simply passing the buck. In fact, the latest response that we've got is a response to an RTI application that we had made, in which the ministry has said that to follow its own orders, it has sought the advice of the Maharashtra government. Now, something like this is what they've been sitting on for over 9 to 10 months. So clearly,
what seems to be happening is that they're perhaps waiting for this case, hoping for this case to be moved on to the Green Tribunal, because then the case, in terms of arguments, goes back at least 2 years.
Well, that is at least as far as what the Aadarsh Society itself is trying to do. Yesterday, it had moved an application in the Bombay High Court seeking a transfer of this case after, remember, the Aadarsh Society flew in top lawyers from Delhi to fight their case in Bombay High Court, and now at this point in time, after almost 2 years of efforts, wants to somehow, for some reason, get the case shifted out of the Bombay High Court. This clearly gives rise to a lot of critics who are saying that the Aadarsh Society is simply trying to buy more time. On one hand, the MOEF, as we are now aware and have established, is simply not acting on its orders despite being prodded by its own top law officer as far as the Western India region is concerned, Aditya.
And that is the bizarre part, isn't it? That this is its own order, the Ministry of Environment and Forests, its own order, which is not being implemented. Jugal Purohit, thanks very much for bringing these details to us.